Okay, let's bowl a game. We're gonna bowl one full game, shooting spares and everything, on a beat up lane condition. So we're gonna take a look at the Proof Pearl. This is my, 45 by, I believe, 5 by 40, possibly, or 30. It's a pretty tall pen, but this is my favorite ball in my bag. So as far as when I can go left or further left or play on some volume, this ball is really good for me. So this is generally a pretty good transition ball, so we'll see how it does in the middle of the lane, because I've got this lane beat up from all the reviews and stuff we did. So we're gonna start up against the ball return and try to throw as many strikes as we can, shoot as good a game as we can. So let's see what we got, see what we come up with. All right, 1 for 1. So far, so good. Strike Seeker says that was about 23.5 to 12, 14.1 miles an hour, 6.1 degrees of launch angle. So when we don't strike, the data will be different, and we'll be able to tell what the data says that shows us we did wrong. Pretty good shot there. See, that was technically a board right. I thought that was pretty good. Same launch angle though, pretty much same speed. 22.5 to 11.5. Pinch different, but still struck, so that's good news. Okay, 2 for 2. Let's see what we got here now. Stay in the same spot. Must have been slow. That was at 23 to 11.5, 14.3. Tighter launch angle, 5.9 degrees, so that's why it 4-pin. So it wasn't quite right. It was pretty close. It's a pretty good shot. It felt slow off my hand, probably because I tugged it a little bit, just a little bit. All right, made spare. We'll put that on in a little bit, buddy. We need some water. All right, so now, okay, hold on, buddy. 1 second. All right, let's try that again. Can't really move, I'm up against the ball return, so I'm gonna try and stay the same. Just try to keep that angle open a little bit. That one shut down. Same shot. That was almost identical. No, maybe not. That's just it. Yeah, you could see it was just a little off.
You have to blame those on the new pins.
Oh, is that what these are, as new pins? I thought they looked shiny. I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
I'm like, man, they must have cleaned them.
All 40 lanes last night when I worked.
Nice.
Although that's nothing. It's one of those. I'm going to have a nice workout today.
Yeah, yeah. Brand new pins, okay. All right, shoot another 4-pin. So I guess I have to make a move because I mean, that was left again, but it wasn't awful. All right, good spare, got 260 out there. So I'm gonna have to try to figure out a way to make a move. Since I'm up against the ball return, that means we're gonna have to go in front of it. So we're gonna go here, which means we gotta modify to 4 steps. Draw my angle from the pins back to the arrows, and then back just a little bit. Got the 10 out, so what was that? 25.5, so that was 2 boards different, and then a half a board different down lane. You can see the angle, just a pinch different. Didn't quite want to go through the pins. So we have to make another adjustment after we make the spare. Okay. So now my adjustment off that is to actually move my feet one more left, and I'm going to keep my eyes the same so I can throw it into the dry, and hopefully it picks up just a pinch more. That wasn't awful. Pretty much the same at the arrows. It was a little tighter. Made the move. I mean, it was a little different than the last one, but not much. That one just picked up the lane a little bit better. So that launch angle made a little bit of a difference. So let's try that again. Oh, it's forward. No way. Oh, throwing logs. That one, I got my hand going forward. Yeah, so you can see it floated through there. 25, it wasn't as far left. That one got all the way to 11. So not perfect, but it struck. That one hung on my hand just a little bit because that's why it was forward. So it was like a foul line adjustment. All right, we're doing this again. Drawing the line from between the 6 and the 10 pin, straight back to about 23, and then another foot closer. That's to the right. But that was closer to what I've been trying to do. So that was a better shot. 24.5 to 9, that was a little better. Almost 8 degrees of launch angle. So now let's see if we can repeat that, because that one felt like it was a little better. I'm not gonna blow my thumb hole this time. See what happens. Again, looking in between the 6 and the 10, drawing it straight back to 23, and then another foot closer. Pretty close. I got a handful of that one. It's pretty close to the last one. A little steeper. But it hit the dry and went through the pins. Let's try it again. Oh, that's way left. Ah, finishing the game on a bad note. Look at that. Way left. It only got to 12. Launch angles almost 2 full degrees shut down. So you can explain that pretty easily. So we're gonna try and make this. We gotta get to the right side of that 6 pin, slide it in between there, and hopefully somehow it hits the other 4 pin. Hook a little. Oh, it didn't hook enough. That's all right. All right, so there you go. So that is the track proof pearl on a beat up lane condition. We ended up bowling 218 with a hole in the 10th. Not very good. You can see how much the lanes have transitioned on this pair, but the ball reaction was pretty good. Now what I was talking about, what I want to touch on a little bit here at the end of this video is the angles. So how to become a little bit more consistent. You can see I wasn't very consistent, but I'm working on my angles and making sure that I'm doing the same thing every single time. So my suggestion to you is Joe Slowinski was teaching this whole, I think it was the 3-point targeting system with a quiet eye or something like that along those lines, where you talk about finding a spot at the pins, drawing it back to your break point, drawing it back to your target, and then going, and then you're drawing that line. I always recommend basically the same thing, except I just use the two. I know Technically, you're supposed to use the break point. I'm good with using the break point. I want you to do that. But it's hard to really pinpoint exactly where that break point is going to be all the time. So it's easy just to know I want the ball going in this direction, towards the break point, towards wherever it's going. So in between, for me, there, you saw it was in between the 6 and the 10 pin. So I was getting the ball to go towards the 6 and the 10 pin, and then I could get it to pick up in the right spot. So I draw my lines from where I want it to go from the pins back to my target, and then back to a secondary target a little bit closer. Because if I'm trying to create those steep angles, generally I bring my target even closer to me. That helps me get the ball going to the right a little bit better. You saw a couple of the shots at the end I got going right a lot better. And then the last one in the 10th just shut down, didn't quite get it going in the right direction. So that's just lack of practice. That's lack of, concentration, focus, just a bad shot. That's what we're trying to eliminate. So by doing this and looking at targeting from 3 different spots, you can actually narrow it down and make sure you are focusing and visualizing your ball going on that path. And then as you visualize it going, you move your feet and then you watch the ball go down that path as well. So hopefully this helps you a little bit. This was the Track Proof Pearl on a transition lane condition. Next up, we're gonna do something different. I don't know what, maybe a Zen, maybe something else, I don't know. But that's all I got for you today. And until next time, I'm out of here. We'll see you guys later.